Hello students, today we have got history lecture and we are doing lesson number 4 and the name of the lesson is economic development. So we have seen what we have studied in this chapter so far. We have studied mixed economy, we have seen what is public sector, what is private sector, what is joint sector. Then we have seen different 5 years plan. For example, goals of plans we have seen. Then we have seen the first 5 year plan, second 5 year plan, third 5 year plan, fourth 5 year plan, fifth 5 year plan, sixth 5 year plan, seventh 5 year plan, eighth 5 year plan, and ninth 5 year plan. Today, in your history textbook, come to your page number 18 and today we'll discuss nationalization of bank. Okay, so students, page number 18 on your right hand side, you have got a paragraph nationalization of banks. So today we'll discuss what you mean by nationalization of banks. First, what you mean by nationalization? Nationalization means to take over by the government. Okay, that is called your nationalization. Who are having control over the bank? The government was having control over the bank. During the tenure means what? During the period of Prime Minister Pandit Nehru and Lal Bahadur Shastri, banking was a monopoly. Now, what you mean by monopoly? To control by only one company. That is called monopoly. As the name suggests, mono means one, single. These banks represented different industrial groups. The directors of this bank were working towards developing industrial sector and increasing its profit. So who were working? The directors were working towards developing industrial sector and increasing its profit. In order to stop this, so in order to stop this developing profit only in one particular sector, so in order to stop this, the government nationalized the Imperial Bank. Now, what is your Imperial Bank? Imperial Bank was one of the oldest. This Imperial Bank was one of the oldest and the largest bank in India and was transformed into State Bank of India in the year 1955. So this Imperial Bank in 1955 got converted into State Bank of India. This bank opened several branches all over the country. Which bank? State Bank of India opened several branches all over the country in a short while and played a major role in development. Who played a major role in development? The Imperial Bank, which was converted to State Bank of India, played a major role in development. Now, background of nationalization. India had adopted a mixed economy. Last time we seen what you mean by mixed economy after independence. So after independence, what was adopted? Mixed economy was adopted. Nationalization of banks was essential to convert the deficits. Now, what you mean by deficits? Deficits over here, see. Okay, to deficits if they occurred. While implementing different schemes, also the profit of these banks would come into the government treasury. So whatever profit the bank is to make, where the profit is to come, it is to come in the government treasury. Once they were nationalized, so once these banks were nationalized, all the profit would come into government treasury. Along with this, the policy of developing small industries, cottage industry, they are small industries, and pharmaceutical industries means medicine industries had to be implemented. Lal Bahadur Shastri undertook the experiment of green revolution. You know what you mean by green revolution? Giving lot of importance to agriculture, giving importance to farmers in order to overcome food shortage. So while Lal Bahadur Shastri gave importance to green revolution, so whatever shortage we had in field of food, all the problems would be solved. And drought means what? Long period when there is little or no rain, and when there is no rain, what happens? Our crops don't grow. During the tenure means period. During the period of Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, Congress Forum for the Socialist Action, a group in the Congress party inspired by socialist ideas, made a demand for nationalization of commercial banks. So they made a demand, this Congress party bank should be commercialized. Even the Communist Party supported this demand. So this demand was supported by the Communist Party also. Now next thing, 20-point program. Prime Minister Indira Gandhi announced the 20-point program on 1st July 1975. So when this 20-point program was announced, it was announced on 1st July 1975, and who announced? Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. The main provisions of the 20-point program are as follows. So what are the provisions? First one, land ceiling for cities and agricultural land. Now, what you mean by land ceiling is the process of fixing a maximum limit of land holding that an individual can hold. So, how much land an individual can hold for cities and agricultural land. Equal division of wealth. Equal means what? Equal distribution of wealth. Minimum wages. Wages means salary, money for workers. Increase in water conservation scheme, and how we are going to save water. All these schemes were given. So what are the first 20-point program? Land ceiling for cities and agricultural land, equal division of wealth, minimum wages for workers, increase in water conservation schemes. Workers participation in industry. Okay, so more workers should get job in industries. National training scheme, freeing bonded labor. You know, those laborers who are fixed on working on the land, they should be free. Preservation of tax evasion. Now, evasion means what? Avoiding something that you should do. Economic crimes and smuggling. Smuggling, you know, taking some things from your country and going to another country. So all these things were stopped. Regulation of prices of basic necessities. Okay, so what we use every day, you should have a regulation of prices. Improvement in the public distribution system. So what is being distributed in a public, it should be improved. Improvement in the textile industry. Textile industry, you know, where cloth materials are manufactured, by developing handloom sector, waiving loans means what? Not to force loans for weaker section, housing communication facilities, making educational equipment available to schools. So all these things were discussed in the 20-point program. And what was that? Improvement in textile industry by developing handloom sector, waiving loans for weaker sections, housing communication facilities, making educational equipment available to schools. Now, issues of workers. You know what we mean by issues? Problems related to workers. The first textile mill was started in Mumbai on 11th July. So when was the first mill started? It was started in Mumbai on 11th July. 1851 by Kawasji Dawar. Eventually, mill started in Dadar. Okay, you know, you are familiar with all these stations. You have heard about these stations. Dadar, Parel, Baikala, Shivdi, Prabhadevi and Worli. So in all these places, what was started? industries were started. This part came to be known as the Girgaon or town of mills. You might be heard Girgaon Chopati or something, and that place was called as town of mills. Why it was called as towns of mill? Because most of the mills were established over here. That is where that is Dadar, Parel, Baikala, Shivdi, Prabhadevi and Worli. Most of your mills or industries were set up at this particular place. So they were known as town of mills. In the 1960s, the increasing unrest among workers, unrest means what workers were not happy working in these industries, was due to economic condition in other sectors. In some industries, the wages, wages, salary, monthly salary given for the workers, salary of the workers were increasing. They were also getting more amount as bonus. Bonus means what? Or extra salary. Some mills were given. They were getting more facilities than the textile mill workers. So other mills were getting more profit as compared to textile mill workers. So what these textile mill workers did in the Diwali of 1781. So this incident took place in the year 1981. Sorry, it is 1981. The workers expected to get bonus of 20%. So all the workers thought that we have made a huge amount of profit. So we should get 20% of bonus. The Rashtriya Mil Mazdoor Sangh, okay, this is the name of the union, the Rashtriya Mil Mazdoor Sangh, which was negotiating. Negotiating means what? Having a talks with the employers, agreed up to 8 to 17% bonus without taking the workers into confidence. So what the workers demand was getting a bonus of 20%, but after having a negotiation they came up to 8 to 17% bonus, where the workers were not happy and the workers were not knowing about this thing. The cut in the bonus proved to be the cause of unrest. So why this problem took place? Because of the bonus. Some workers went to Dr. Datta Saman. Who was Dr. Datta Saman? He was the leader of all these mill workers. They asked him to accept their leadership. Workers of 65 mills came together and Dr. Datta Samant led the strike. So how many mills came together? 65 mills came together and they went on a strike. On 18 January 1982, 2.5 lakh workers went on a strike. So how many workers? 2.5 lakh workers went on a strike. Strike means what? A work was stopped. People stopped coming to mills. Girgaon mill stopped running, making it seem like Mumbai's heart stopped dropping. Looked like Mumbai was at a standstill when all these mills were stopped. The chief minister, so during that time, who was the chief minister of Maharashtra? It was Barrister A.R. Antule. Set up a committee to solve this issue. So he set up a committee to solve the issue of the mill workers. Later, Babasaheb Bhosle became the chief minister of Maharashtra state. He insisted he over you who over here Babasaheb Bhosle. He insisted that as per law, he would talk only with the Rashtriya Mil Mazdoor Sangh. Dr. Datta Samant demanded that the law be revoked. So whatever law is there, we should discuss the law again. In the beginning, the striking workers received help from the native villages. It was also not very difficult for them to help each other. So they tried to help each other. They tried to solve the workers' problem. They set up a departmental committee and distributed food grains assistance in the form of funds, etc. So people were jobless, they were strikes, so there were no money for them. So they started distributing food grains. The left party has supported the strike. So even this party, the left party supported the strike of the workers. Has the strike dragged on, effort were made to split the striking workers' rank. Even as the strike completed 6 months, so for how many months they went on a strike? They went on strike for 6 months. The central government completely ignored it. The workers started a borough agitation. So all the workers, their demands were not fulfilled. So they started with jail borough, and the agitation means take us to jail and keep us over there. In September 1982, 1.5 lakh workers took a march on Legislative Assembly of Maharashtra state. It didn't help at all. So after taking a march, all these people, all the workers, where they went to Legislative Assembly of Maharashtra, but the problems were not solved. The strike, the strike completed a year. So almost a year was completed, but the workers' demands were not fulfilled. This was the first strike to have gone on for the year. In this period, about 1.5 lakh workers became unemployed. Unemployed means what? All these workers were without job. A polyester. Polyester means what? One type of material is manufactured had come into greater demand than cotton cloth. Okay, so before this cotton cloth was in demand, but after some time this polyester was in demand. The sale of milk cloth had already got affected. The mills moved from Mumbai to Surat in Gujarat. The central government nationalized 13 textile mills. Appointment of arbiters did not help to resolve this issue. So, how many mills were nationalized? 13 mills, 13 textile mills were nationalized. So, today, students will discuss, till here only will discuss. In the next lecture, we will start with new economic policy. So, you hope so. You have understood the 20-point program and issues of the workers. Thank you.